McDonough, dressed in orange with the black helmets, and Bob Long's here along with Tyler Kern and Ray Gomez. Mara Long is on the camera this afternoon. McDonough won the toss, elected to defer. LaSalle, they will return the opening kickoff. Amir Anderson and Stevie Davis back deep to receive. And McDonough kicks this one away, headed towards Amir Anderson. From the 5, has some good blocking out at the 20, a block at the 30, and there he goes. Across midfield, inside McDonough territory, time for Alan Paterzo and the offense to get things started.
And immediately, Amir Anderson setting the tone for the game. Great return, saw his blocks in front of him, and made a great push up the field to get on the McDonough side.
Yeah, he did a great job following those blocks, and I love that return from Amir, putting us in great field position. I'm eager to see Alan Paterzo and his offense and see what the strategy is for this game.
LaSalle is going to have to contend with Denai Dennis Sutton, number 33, up front for McDonough. You see him lined up in the interior defensive tackle position. It's Sam Brown. They run right at Dennis Sutton, and the tackle made there by number 28, Camden Laudenslager.
And you just see LaSalle testing the waters with their best running back on the team right up the middle for a nice gain.
It's interesting to see him go right at him to start off. I mean, this offensive line has proven very well throughout this season. I'm interested to see how they perform today.
They fake the give to Brown, wide open there, E.J. Wentz. Nice little play action look. A first down for the Explorers.
And Brown sold that well. You could see they were keying off on him and left E.J. Wentz wide open for a nice gain there.
Well, and he fakes that block there, and Laudenslager was the guy who was teed up one-on-one, had to make the decision on the weak side there, Tyler, and a great job by E.J. Wentz to feign that block.
E.J. Wentz coming off a great game last week. I'm eager to see how he performs today.
Early stages of the first quarter, it's Ryan Moore in the Wildcat. Cuts up the field, has a gain of about 3. Tackle made by number 31, Noah Ungst.
Moore looked like he's about to be hitting the backfield there, but a great job by Wentz just setting the block there, giving a nice gap for Moore to run through.
Moore just getting a scholarship from Villanova to play football there. He's been having a great season, great Wildcat option quarterback. I'm interested to see what game he has today.
Second down and 7. LaSalle at the McDonough 31. And LaSalle got the snap off. It's going to be offside against McDonough. That was Denai Dennis Sutton, number 33, who jumped.
Yeah, I don't have to tell you. Typically the game is won or lost with who makes the least amount of mistakes, and LaSalle looking disciplined so far.
That'll be second down and 2. Tyler, I think it opens the playbook wide up here, and they're going to send out Alan Paterzo. Lined up on the outside here. It's Wildcat. Ryan Moore all alone, and here comes Sam Brown in motion. Faking the give. Instead, he dives forward. That's going to be enough for a first down. Got about 6 after all that, guys.
Yeah, that was a great run by Moore, and finding those blocks and reading the defense well, making sure that he doesn't throw it to Sam, who was covered.
And now they hurry it up, do the Explorers, looking over to the sideline. Pulling it. Paterzo hit hard, got back to the line, but the tackle made by Mason Robinson, a defensive end at a junior, 6'4", 225. He's already gotten a lot of looks from a lot of high D1 schools.
And that run by Moore didn't fool McDonough this time. They were keyed on him and tackled for no gain.
McDonough 1-2 on the year. LaSalle a perfect 4-0, including wins against Bishop McDevitt and Malvern Prep and Imhotep. They run that play action again. To the corner, a nice job by Ryan Moore. Makes the play. Got his feet beyond the sticks. First down, LaSalle.
Yeah, Paterzo with a great throw right there.
Paterzo rolled out there, and it was a great play by Ryan Moore. Ran a nice route to the sideline. And you put a quarterback in a position to succeed there. got him out of the pocket, a good read, and a nice throw with one-on-one coverage on the outside. First down and goal right at the 10. And this is a backwards pass, but it's Sam Brown. Brown cuts inside, keeps his way inbounds inside the 5 to about the 2. Hit out of bounds by Preston Howard.
That's the third time on this drive that Brown's been motioned over, and this time they decided to give the ball to him, and he made a nice little gain there for second and goal.
Now I think you give it to your big guy in between the tackles. They got an extra lineman there on the outside lined up in the tight end position. And it is Sam Brown. Hit in the backfield, keeps moving the feet. Isn't going to get there, but may have gotten halfway to the end zone. A gain of about 1. It was a loss of 3 until he turned those feet ever so slightly and found his way back to the line.
That was a great run by Brown. Able to fight his way for that, to get back to that line of scrimmage. Brown, who's a Rutgers commit, is just an all-star back, and I'm excited to see how he's going to do against this McDonough front.
Well, it's a good point, Ray, because Tyler, now I think it reopens the playbook to that dive. And it will be that one more time. Brown, there comes a flag, and he didn't get there. So it'll be 4th down pending the result of the flag.
Yeah, this McDonough front is really coming to its own in their own red zone here.
Yeah,
it's against the Explorers, so what will they do? It's holding. It would be a 10-yard penalty. Will they accept? I would say they probably will, but the only thing that makes this interesting is it would be 4th and goal. Force LaSalle to make the decision. But they're marking it off. And they marked that back about 12 yards, so they had that hold occurring 2 yards in the back, make that 3 yards in the backfield. 3rd and goal from the 14.
I'm interested to see what play they're going to come up with here. Are they going to go deep in the playbook to make a play here, or are they going to keep it simple and just do a simple pass play with Peterzo?
And it's going to be further than that. Looks like a substitution penalty there. Joe Wade with his palms to the sky, the offensive coordinator for LaSalle, doesn't like the call. And it looks like he got his way. They've picked up the flag.
When in doubt, throw your palms to the sky and hope for the best. Right, Bob?
All you can do. Peterzo, they set up the screen for E.J. Wentz. He's going to walk into the end zone, and a brilliant play by the LaSalle offense, perfectly executed by Peterzo, Wentz, and the rest of that offensive line.
And, man, did the Explorers have the numbers down there. A bunch of gold helmets, great sell by Peterzo, and just wide open E.J. Wentz for the touchdown. Look at that. We got 4 gold helmets in front of him.
Yeah, that was a great play by the offensive line, moving out there just with enough time for Peterzo to be able to get off that pass.
Now it'll be Santiago Sterla to tack on the extra point. Guys, E.J. Wentz, his 2nd touchdown in as many games, both of them coming from outside 10 yards. So the fullback getting involved in the offensive play call. Last week's was a 40-plus yard touchdown run against the Haverford School, and this, boy, was that needed. They put a statement touchdown on the board here against McDonough. Lead 7-0 with 7:50 to play here in the first quarter.
The Explorers did a great job, even though they hurt themselves a little bit with the holding penalty. They did a great job coming back and scoring that touchdown.
You know what? I like that play call too. McDonough front was really bringing it up on those halfback dives there with Sam Brown, and you could see that Peterzo had the pressure there, and just held it off long enough to get E.J. Wentz wide open.
Interestingly enough, guys, that flag was thrown. That would have backed up LaSalle another 5 yards, which would have been to about the 19-yard line. And, again, they picked it up, and I think that was the right call. But an important penalty there because at 3rd and goal from the 19, the play call changes defensively. They're not bringing as much pressure. They're going into zone coverage, and it's going to be tough to throw any type of screen there. But that yard line that they remained on at the 14, that was important. Opened up that playbook for Joe Wade, and they executed to perfection. Santiago Sterla with a big boot into the end zone. And McDonough will get started offensively. Our first look at the quarterback for McDonough. And that's going to be Caden Martin, the senior, a lefty at 6'1", 210 pounds. Running back Stephon Egby and Chase Green, a senior and sophomore respectively. It's a two-headed monster, guys, and has been difficult for opponents to stop. A big win last week in convincing fashion as Dani Dennis Sutton returned to the lineup defensively. Certainly seemed to have spurred the offense forward as well. Martin takes a shotgun snap. And that's a freshman there, number 12. That's Jefferson Exener Jr., standing at 6'3", 205 pounds. A guy, Tyler, that is going to get a lot of looks from high D1 schools. Already some interest from schools across the Big Ten.
Yeah, LaSalle's defense looked like they're all over it, and then his explosiveness just got him like 6 yards up the field there. That was quite a run.
Yeah, you're not lying, Tyler. But I do want to bring our fans to look at LaSalle's defense. It's been the strongest point of the team, and I'm hoping that it's able to contain this offense.
Just 15 points allowed this year, 1 touchdown allowed in 2 games, and then shutouts in the other 2. That's Egby, the senior running back, got right to the line to gain, and they're already moving the chains. First down on a toss sweep.
Yeah, that was a good play call there. Abdul Carter came up on the blitz, but that sweep got him outside and just got them the 4 yards they needed for the first down there.
They needed the 30, of course, because it was a touchback, and the nose of that football sitting right on that 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for McDonough. A good look today. Philadelphia fans will love the Flyers look from the McDonough team with the black and gold.
Where's Gritty?
Gritty turned 3, by the way. My wife turned me on to a video of his where he was riding around celebrating his 3rd birthday, rode up to the art museum. It was great. We all love Gritty in Philadelphia.
I can't believe it's been 3 years with Gritty already. It's gone by fast, to say the least.
2nd down and 1 after the 9-yard gain in between the tackles. And McDonough, bit of a sustained effort in their first offensive drive of the day. Now we'll look at Chase Green, the sophomore. Number 25, right next to Caden Martin in the backfield. 4 receivers. And they'll run the quick out, and Amir Anderson nearly had it. He got 2 hands on the football there, Tyler, and he was thinking pay dirt.
Amir with a great play there. And if you remember last week, he did a great job fighting for the ball against Haverford and getting that interception.
Oh, he might get roasted in film for that. He read that perfectly, and unfortunately just bounced off his hands. That's great heads-up play by Anderson there.
Well, he might get roasted in film study, yes, but that play is made because of film study there, Tyler, as they preview this McDonough team. It's something they do. They run a lot of those hitches, and Martin, a bit of a one-read guy. This is handed off on the outside. Nice job there by Egby. Out of bounds across the, right at about the 50-yard line. It'll be a first down. Nice job on the read option that time by the quarterback, Martin, Tyler.
A bit of a late hit there by the Explorers, too. He was pretty far out of bounds there. Number 6 made a great move there to, force a first down there rather than getting tackled for a loss.
Yeah, the Explorers are lucky there that wasn't called for excessive tackling.
First down and 10 from the McDonough 49. Martin drops straight back, has a ton of time. Hill hoists this one deep, has a man back behind the defense, and Exeter dropped it.
I think that was coming back either way, Bob. That pocket was perfect, but, flag thrown in the area of a hold.
Yeah, and you see it there with the left tackle. Make that right tackle.
Well, we've seen that McDonough has the ability to go downfield now as well.
Yeah, but even with the holding, I think McDonough's offensive line did a great job of holding LaSalle's defensive front, which has been performing well throughout the season. That's going to be an interesting matchup, as many great analysts say. Football is won not through passing, but through the trenches. So it's interesting to see both matchups on both sides and how the trenches are going to play out today.
Well, like you said, they did hold the LaSalle defensive line on that one. I'll give you that.
That pocket was a little too perfect.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
15-yard loss there, so that hold came 5 yards in the backfield. Still a first down, 25 yards to go. Now a bunch set trips. They'll sweep it to the outside. LaSalle out there, forces them in, and Abdul Carter makes the play. Taken down on the play, number 10 for McDonough, and that's Demetrius Smith.
I believe that was Sean McFadden. He came up and set the edge really well there and prevented that from bouncing outside any further. McDonough certainly had the bodies out there, but he forced it to bounce up the middle.
Second down, they gained 1, 24 yards to go. McFadden has been excellent, as you said, Tyler, all year long. On the outside, this is Matt Wills looking blitz, and he comes. And Caden Martin runs out of time. Kieran Campbell got the sack, but it was 2-on-1, and it was Demetrius Smith that needed to make a decision there, and he chose Matt Wills. In comes Kieran Campbell.
That was really interesting. LaSalle showed 3 linemen with their hands in the dirt, and then they brought a 4th man, almost like a blitz, and kind of, I think, threw the McDonough quarterback off there. I like that defensive play call.
That was a great defensive play call. Though I also have to say that it was pretty close to a fumble. If you rewatch that play, it was pretty close to getting that ball out. But still, a great play by the LaSalle defense, and you see that great work by them and the pressure that they're putting on this quarterback.
Well, I mean, you're right, Ray. I mean, Tyler, you're taught it all the time. Obviously, make the tackle, but be aware of that football as well. And Kieran Campbell, like you said, almost got that one loose. Now Martin flushed, and that's thrown well short of Exeter. LaSalle's defense gets off the field, and they're going to get decent field position out of this as well.
Yeah, again, LaSalle showing 3 men up front. Obviously, when it's third and very long like that, it's good to have more men in coverage. So, I mean, again, great defensive play call by Coach Stein.
Yeah, and we have Ryan Moore returning, another threat on returns. He's been playing very well this season. I'm interested to see if he can bring one back today.
Sam Asplin, the punter for McDonough. He brought one back to the 4 last week, Ray, and another one, yes, he returned for a touchdown. That's a low kick that's going to negate any impact Moore will have. Takes a McDonough hop and comes to rest just outside the 25-yard line. That's where Paterzo and the offense will come back onto the field.
Looks like there's a flag back at the 50 as well. Not sure what that would be in the realm of, if it's holding.
It's probably in the realm of something against the receiving team. Ooh, actually, might have been a sideline warning, it looks like, or I think if they don't mark this off, yeah, they're right at the 25, so it's a sideline warning, and the next time that flag is thrown, Tyler, they will be penalized for it.
Back in my day, we had one of our coaches dedicated to telling us to be behind the line and prevent anything like that.
Just like that, huh?
Just
that
like
accent?
That, behind the line, exactly. So
LaSalle can't let that happen.
Yeah, well,
that's a bad penalty.
I spoke too soon.
They are pushing him back.
They had it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm surprised that's marked off. I'm also surprised that it was marked off exactly 12.5 yards. So there you go, at the 13, from the 25 to the 13.
Some good math there, Bob.
All right, Sam Brown now up the middle through the tackles and falls forward for a gain of about 3. Just your average 12.5-yard penalty, Tyler. Come on, you didn't know about that?
That's still a crazy thing. I thought they would have given him a warning, and LaSalle just can't let that happen. You got to stay behind that sideline. It's what you've been taught since you've been started playing football. You can't let those stupid penalties set you back.
So now they have to march down the field. Drive started at about the 12. 2:55 and ticking here in the first quarter, and Paterzo gets rid of it, and that's a heave. It's intercepted at the 36-yard line. Thrown off balance, intercepted by Luke Miller.
That is a dangerous throw. On his back foot there, as you can see. Double coverage, just, great defensive play by McDonough.
Yeah, he threw it into double coverage there.
Yeah, he was feeling that pressure up front, and he just decided to try and get rid of that ball and just made a bad read, and the McDonough safety that was there made a great read and jumped up for that ball and got it.
Also a testament to the McDonough defensive front. They've been a terror from the beginning, and we're only in the first quarter here.
Now it sets up this LaSalle defense with their backs against the wall. Made a great stop on the last series, but a 15-yard penalty on special teams and then an interception puts them back into it. Caden Martin has all the time, all day long, throws it across, and Del Jackson, this time he got 2 hands on it, couldn't bring it in.
Wow, that was about 6 seconds in the pocket that McDonough had there. And, great throw, but great defensive play. Very athletic play by the LaSalle cornerback.
But I also think he's going to want that one back, Tyler.
Yeah, but I mean, just as I said, trenches, and this McDonough offensive line has done a great job of holding the LaSalle defensive front from getting their quarterback.
It's funny. It's kind of been feast or famine, Ray, because they've had a couple of plays like that, and then they've had it where Martins had no time, and Kieran Campbell got right into the backfield. That's a high snap, handed right up the middle to Egby, nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's definitely true, Bob, but I'm very shocked with this McDonough front and how they've been playing. But that was a great play by the LaSalle defensive front, being able to recognize the run and to get there and tackle.
Matt Wills, the linebacker, in there on the stop. A couple big-name guys on this McDonough offensive line, led by the right tackle Antonio Tripp, a junior at 6'3", 295, a guy that some schools are looking at. Justin DeMario, a sophomore, 6', 245 already. And then Tamaris Walker, the right guard, at 6'3", 300 pounds. And a whistle stops things here on 3rd down and 8. And it's a false start called against McDonough, pushes him back behind the sticks. 3rd down and 13 upcoming. The other two guys on that line, the left guard, Quan Williams, senior, 6'2", 290, and then Sean Stevenson, number 54. He is a junior.
Abdul Carter getting his practice in as a referee, calling out the false start there. But I think he just has a lot of fun all day, Bob. He's all over the field, right side, left side. He's kind of a ball hawk. He always seems to be in the area of the football.
That's definitely true, Tyler. He does a great job of reading where that football is and getting there and fighting through those, whoever's blocking him. And you better watch him. I bet the quarterback has him in his eyesight at all times.
And now a timeout called by McDonough. And it's an important play here, but they've seen disjointed on the last 2 snaps here, guys. They'll talk about this on the LaSalle side. Gets interesting because this is likely 4-down territory here. As if they can cut this in half, no doubt they would go for it. Any type of loss, and they would probably punt this one deep. Guys, first portion of today's game brought to you by the Jamison Poorhouse. Again, in Jamison, Pennsylvania. Our favorite spot to go before, during, or after the game. Go with family, go with friends. Take a night out on a Thursday or a Friday. They got a wonderful selection of food and drinks. The Wade family here at LaSalle have been running the Jamison Poorhouse for a long time, and they do a great job with it. So keep it in the family. They support us, and we want to support them through LaSalle and LaSalle Athletics. We appreciate their sponsorship.
Yeah, and it's funny that as soon as I start praising their offensive line, they immediately get a false start penalty. It's almost like if I start praising something, something bad happens to whatever I'm praising.
No. Come on now, Ray.
Jinxing them.
That's correlation, not causation. I don't know.
Not.
Ray Gomez, a senior at LaSalle. I don't know if you've gotten to that correlation, causation yet, but
yeah, well, he actually saved down.
And now Caden Martin. There should be another hold. Can LaSalle? Wow, that's a heck of a stiff arm. It's coming back. But Preston Howard showing off there.
Preston Howard looking like Michael Vick holding that football with one hand as he stiff arms a guy.
Yeah, that was a nasty stiff arm that he just gave to him. It's just like a JV versus varsity player right there. Derrick Henry, I would say that's his type of stiff arm right there.
And good job by LaSalle defensive end Timothy Fielder, kind of selling that hold there.
So they'll back him up. It's going to be 3rd and 23.
If I'm LaSalle right now, I'm just staying back. I'm rushing 3, and everyone else is back, just making sure they make that tackle in front of them.
This is the second drive for McDonough, and the second, third, and very long as well.
LaSalle's defense, they've done a nice job, but McDonough shooting themselves in the foot with penalties. We're under 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Caden Martin scans. It's a 5-receiver set, and he'll take it up the middle. Matt Wills hangs in. He was the linebacker spy, and that was the difference on that defensive play.
Oh, Abdul Carter forced that quarterback right up the middle. That was a great – he blew right past the offensive tackle there and made a great play.
Yeah, it goes back to what you were saying, Tyler. He is a ball hawk. He is looking for that football, and he is making you pay when you run that.
And guys on the other side, I think that might have been a designed quarterback keeper as well. But it didn't hurt that Abdul Carter was putting pressure. Asplin gets that one off, an odd spinner. And Ryan Moore picks it up, dangerous, but there he goes. He's got some room, pulled down at the 29-yard line. Nicely done by the senior Ryan Moore.
So having a little bit better field position than the last punt. I don't see any flags and no dirty laundry out on the field, so they're looking to be in good field position here.
Yeah, definitely. LaSalle's got lucky there. I thought that might have been a hold, but the refs didn't call it.
8 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's LaSalle 7, McDonough 0.
I have to give credit to that McDonough front. Again, they've just been hammering LaSalle's offensive line. I'm shocked that they're not going with the same strategy that they did against Imhotep, where they had an extra offensive lineman.
Here's Ryan Moore on the screen. Lineman getting down the field, and a face mask penalty comes. That'll be 10 yards plus the 15. That's a great play call, and Tyler specifically catching that football behind the line of scrimmage so that those linemen can get as far downfield as you want without fear of a penalty there.
Yeah, this front defensive line is so aggressive that the screen has been very effective thus far. I think it's a good play call, and I think we're going to see more of that in the second quarter.
Where we'll go now. That's the end of the first quarter here on Bob Long Sports. This portion of today's game brought to you by Treasure Sign, a great place if you're looking for beautiful wood-carved signs, digital, light-up signs. They have a wonderful portfolio, and if you've walked through LaSalle's campus recently, that's a great idea of what they can do. They've done everything that you see on LaSalle's campus, so anytime you're walking to Bartley or walking down to Ward Field and you haven't gotten lost, you can thank the good folks at Treasure Sign. Let them help your business as well as we come out of the pandemic. An opportunity to get your name out there, spruce up what you have sign-wise in front of your home or business. Give them a shout. That's Treasure Sign. Jim and Chris Convey, football alums and big supporters of the football program and what we do here at Bob Long Sports. And check out that view. The band has made their way down to McDonough, Maryland. Looking great over there. Ray, class of 22, helping us out on color commentary. I know you took the trek down with the band. How was that?
Oh, it was a great experience. I can say nothing but great things. This band is very rowdy, and they're ready to cheer on our team and support them through the game.
That interview, Tyler, that we did with Chris Mealy on Game Day Live was awesome.
That got me pumped up, Bob. I'm still pumped up from it.
Absolutely. Great pull there by Ryan Moore. Moore inside the 40 and lowers a shoulder into number 8, Malachi Jones.
That's a flag.
And now a flag
Moore
comes
got
in
shoved
late.
to the ground after what looked like a bit of taunting. But on a positive note, LaSalle's downfield blocking has been pretty stellar. I like what I've been seeing from these receivers and linemen blocking downfield.
Yeah, I don't disagree, Tyler. I'm really happy with how they've been blocking, and though that last play wasn't exactly what you want to see, let's see what the call is.
Well, it's going to be after the play offsetting, so the first down stays. Should stay. Or was the first call a hold?
It was holding.
Okay, holding and then the personal foul. So they'll redo it. I'm sorry, I thought it was offsetting personal fouls after the play. So they didn't nick Moore after all that, Tyler, huh?
No, and after all that.
It's always the second guy that you get.
It's tough to keep a cool head out there, Bob, especially after going up against the same guy play after play.
Yeah, I was going to say it's always the second one that gets caught. You can do whatever you want, but once you retaliate, you're usually the one who gets caught.
I mean, if we could see it from across the field here, I think the ref 3 feet away can as well.
That's definitely true, Tyler.
So just 8 seconds into this second quarter, LaSalle leads 7-0. The give is to Sam Brown. Brown nudges his way down the field and 1 yard across the 50. So Brown, he looks like he's been bottled up a couple of times. Keeps the feet churning. A really nice run by the senior back.
And that's a testament to, one, this defensive front here, but two, to Sam Brown for, his hole wasn't there and he bounced to the left and got a 7-yard gain.
Yeah,
now, Go ahead there, Ray. Sorry.
You're good. He did a great job of reading that block and seeing that hole was closed. And as Tyler said, he did a good job reading it. And
Stevie
find that-
Davis.
that open space.
Lightning and thunder. He's on his feet. Davis along the sideline inside the 30.
I say this as an unbiased commentator, but I love Stevie Davis. He's just a blast to watch out there. He brings some youth and explosiveness out there. Not that none of these high school players are not youthful, but he's a lot of fun to watch.
I was going to say, you're not youthful. I am not youthful. But I get your point. He's a sophomore sensation.
Just as Ray brings youth to this commentary team.
That's right.
Thank you so much, and I agree. I wouldn't say
You're
youthful.
welcome.
I'm a senior, but thank you, and agreed. Stevie Davis offset Sam Brown so well in this backfield.
I honestly don't know if there's another time to say this, so you are youthful because I'm a man. I'm 30. Stevie Davis off tackle.
Out as a receiver on this play with Paterzo QB.
If you're just joining us, it's 7-0 LaSalle. Sam Brown runs through a defender. That's enough for a first down. LaSalle leading by 7, 9:04 to play in the second quarter, and they're threatening again on the McDonough goal line.
I'm going to miss Sam Brown serving up pancakes every week. Once he moves on to Rutgers next year.
Yeah, Sam Brown will be on Rutgers, and he'll do a great job impacting.
Sam Brown dives for the end zone. He's in there. Touchdown, LaSalle. And they've stacked their second touchdown of the day. First was by the fullback, E.J. Wentz. This one, Sam Brown punches it in from 2 yards out.
An impact he does, Ray.
Yeah, he is a great. I think he's a great bounce back. He shows both his power and his strength. Where you see his speed, and there you saw his power. And yeah, here goes LaSalle in the field goal.
Santiago Sterla set to kick the extra point. Drills that one through the uprights, and it's 14-0 LaSalle. Another great start by the Explorers here. The last touchdown that they've allowed, guys, was a second quarter touchdown to Imhotep Charter on September the 11th. This offense has been good, but the defense has certainly been the story. This portion of today's game is brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales. A great spot run by Chris Marr, a LaSalle alum, involved with the Alumni Association, runs a great organization for your property and your casualty insurance, your business or your commercial. He sent 2 sons through LaSalle, and he is a great ambassador for the school. We appreciate their sponsorship of us here on Bob Long Sports. Again, that's E&M Insurance. If you have a youthful age driver, somebody in the LaSalle community, give Chris and the E&M Insurance team a call. That's eandminsurance.com, or you can visit them on Facebook. Santiago Sterla will kick this one deep. A little bit of wind into his face, and this one chipped short and bounces out of bounds.
Bob, I do want to say that I think a hidden weapon on this team is Santiago Sterla, because your team is only as good as your weakest link, and I would say he's had a great season as a kicker. He's very reliable. Not right there, but throughout the season he's been playing very well.
And, of course, we're not in the business of identifying who the weakest link is,
Yes,
but I
of
can
course.
tell you it's not
It is
Santiago
not him.
Sterla. He
Agreed.
is as good a punter as there is. That one was obviously a calculated decision, and I'm just not sure about that decision.
Ray had that compliment ready to go, so maybe there is something with this causation.
Even when he thinks it, you know, no.
Oh no, you don't want me to notice you on the football field.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
not a good sight.
Come on now. Give right up the middle to Egby, and pancaked right there after a 1-yard gain.
Just great job by that defensive front. Abdul Carter coming off the edge. Almost had the shoelace tackle there, but, nowhere for McDonough to go.
2nd down and 9, 8:25 and ticking here in the second quarter. LaSalle with that 14-0 cushion.
Yeah, definitely. And I do want to go back. I want to reiterate, I did not mean Santiago Sterla as a weak. I feel bad. I did not mean that.
No, don't feel bad.
They actually went to
He is definitely a great kicker, and I don't think there is a weak link on this team. I think they all perform well.
Wills brings the blitz. Kieran Campbell chases after a really great delivery there. It's going to be a first down. Daryl Dengo and Abdul Carter is going to be penalized for roughing the passer. So this is going to be a gain of 15, another 15 boiled on top of it.
It's the, I want to say that's the biggest gain that LaSalle's led up today on defense.
Yeah, I agree, Tyler, and I have to admit they've gone a very pass-heavy approach, which is interesting. I wonder if that's to offset the great job that LaSalle's defense has done against running.
And McDonough has shown the ability to pass the ball downfield. I have a feeling we're going to see that on this drive.
I definitely agree with that. I have a feeling that's going to be their main strategy for this game, and I don't know why they moved forward. I wonder what the call was.
Oh, it was roughing the passer against Abdul Carter in the backfield, took down Caden Martin. And now McDonough in business, looking for a much-needed touchdown. Egby evaded one tackle, not the second, but got a gain of about 2.
Who's teaching these stiff arms on the McDonough team? They've had some strong stiff arms already in this first half.
That they have. Second down and 7 upcoming, 6:38 and ticking here in the second quarter. The give is right up the middle to Chase Green. Green taken down there by Daryl Dengue.
You know, another testament to LaSalle's defensive front there. That interior line is not to be trifled with.
Yeah, agreed. And as I said, I think that they should try and go with the pass. I think it's done better for them than the run, but it seems like they're determined to run it up against this LaSalle defensive front. Think
about 4-down territory here as well, guys, when it comes to this McDonough play call. They're at the 32. They need the LaSalle 35. Third down. And I would expect a play call with the recognition that they have 2 plays to get these 7 yards. They pick up the blitz. Martin lets it go. It's high and nobody there. Brendan Miller was in the area. But a great job by LaSalle getting pressure. Kevin Hawley in there, along with number 48 for LaSalle, Daniel Ford.
Daniel Ford started out the right tackle position and bounced all the way around. They did a pulling play where he pulled left, and he turned on the jets to get there.
Yeah, and Kevin Hawley, a great job. He ran over that running back trying to make the block and still got in there to impact the throw.
Wow, they're going for this one. I'm interested to see what play they're going to call here.
Well, high school, it's certainly 4-down territory here, I would say.
I mean, what else would you do, right? Are you punting from the 33? This is a no-brainer in my opinion. Let's see what they bring. Bunch sets, 4 receivers. Martin has a lot of time. Evades one. And a second. Lets it go down the field, and it's dropped.
Ooh.
He did everything there, but Preston Howard could not catch the football. Thrown into the turf.
He was looking like a little bit of Michael Vick out there with that lefty hand, evading both tackles, and sadly the receiver just dropped the ball.
Yeah, Caden Martin just running for his life out there, making miss after miss.
So LaSalle's defense gets off the field again here, guys. Their scoreless streak remains. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in this second quarter.
And that's certainly the response you want after that, giving up that 15-yard play, and then on top of that 15-yard penalty from roughing the passer. It's a good response from the LaSalle defense.
Yeah, and as Bob has been saying, I mean, we haven't given up a touchdown since the Imhotep game, so the defense is looking as strong as ever.
1st and 10. 2 backs in the backfield along with Paterzo. Paterzo lets it fly down the field into double coverage, and Moore came down with it. What a play.
What a play by Ryan Moore. Oh, my God. Double covered, jumps for that ball and comes down with it. Great control of his body when he was up in the air to pull that ball down.
Daryl Dingo with a great block there to make that play possible. Between Moore, Terzo, and Dingo, that was just a great offensive play.
Wow, is Danko out there on the offensive line? Here's Sam Brown, cutting up the middle, bouncing to the outside. What a run there by Sam Brown inside the 15.
My bad. That was Ryan Carr.
Got
62,
it.
not 52.
Yes, yeah, he's a phenomenal left tackle.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And another great run by Sam Brown, looking to have a great impact on the offense today. Once again, actually, excuse me, I don't know why I said that.
And that one is a pile drive tackle, and LaSalle wants a flag. I concur with that analysis. That's not allowed at any level of football.
Man has a career in WWE. That was quite a tackle.
Who was the back on that play?
That was E.J. Wentz.
E.J. Wentz.
I mean, it was a great job by McDonough's front to read that play and get on E.J. Wentz.
The tackler was Quan Williams, who goes both ways. He plays on the offensive line as well. Ryan Moore in the Wildcat.
Give it, yes. Oh, he didn't give it. What is he doing?
And he hung on to the football. That's a no gain. 3rd down and 10 coming up.
I think Moore might want that one back. He had Sam Brown on the handoff there, decided to keep, but Brown had it wide open out there in the left. A lot of open grass.
Yeah, agreed. And the question is, if they don't get it on this play, do you think that I would say they go for the field goal? I have faith in Santi Sterlo to make this field goal.
I think at this yardage, Ray, you're right. This would be a 30-yarder from here, give or take. Paterzo scrambles and spins away. That's a gain of about 1. And it's now time for 4th down.
Paterzo's read, I think, got hung up on Sam Brown, who was covered out there on the left, and by the time he went to his second read, it was too late.
Yeah, agreed. At least the positives on those plays, at least he went forward, he got a little bit of yardage, making this a little easier on Santi Sterlo.
Well, and that's absolutely right, Ray. If there isn't somebody open down the field, especially in this concentrated area of the field, you don't want to turn the ball over. You give yourself an opportunity to make it a 3-score game late in the second quarter. Sterla's kick is up and is good. Nicely done.
That goes back to what I was saying. I mean, he's a weapon. In high school football, kickers, you don't see that many great kickers who can make field goals that easily. And Santi is a great kicker and is a great weapon for LaSalle, like in those situations where you're too far out to go for it and you need points.
This portion of today's game brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors, specifically our friends Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle. You see their contact information on the screen in front of you here. They're the best realtors out there. They're wonderful advocates of LaSalle. They helped my wife and I find our dream house, and we could not recommend more highly their services if you're looking to buy or sell your house. So please give them a shout if you want to have a consultation and go through what you may be looking to do strategy-wise. They are the best folks for it. That's Jim and Carrie of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors team. We thank them. Sterla drives this one deep, gets hung up in the wind, and fielded at the 3. And LaSalle's special teams comes up big again. That one at about the 23-yard line where McDonough will start offensively.
This game, from what I've been watching, it's been a little chippy, but nothing wrong with that, as long as they keep it clean for the most part.
Ray's watching you guys. Keep it clean.
Yeah, I said that. You better watch it. Watch it. Next hit, and then there's going to be a big hit next play.
Channeling is interdisciplinarian.
Of course. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of chippiness, but teams going at it, trying to win this game. But, I mean, there's been some plays by both teams that you shouldn't do.
Happy to have our buddy Ray Gomez from the class of 2022 at LaSalle High School in the broadcast booth with us today. First down yardage there on the pitch and catch to Santino Sanchez, the wide receiver for McDonough. That's a big-time public address system. I don't know how well that comes through the broadcast. It comes through my ears pretty well sitting here.
I like hearing First Down Eagles on Sundays, Bob.
Not Saturdays?
Unless it's late in the season, I guess. But
sure.
Yeah, definitely. But goes back to what we were saying. I mean, their pass game has been really good, and as you saw there, they did a great job of reading and passing the ball.
They'll throw the screen. Caught there by Preston Howard. Tiptoes the line. and steps out of bounds right at the 40.
We're going to see, you know, with this 17-0 score, McDonough lean more on the passing. And, I mean, I think they have potential to have a lot of success here. You know, LaSalle's best way to counter that is to catch some of those interceptions that were coming their way, I think. Should be an interesting drive.
I agree. It's all about taking advantage of the opportunities you get, and I just want to go back to where he's holding that ball in his hand. He's looking like LaShawn McCoy out there. It just makes me nervous as a play caller to see him only hold one hand on that football.
Second down and about 3. And Tyler, you were hinting at it, but this an absolutely essential drive for this McDonough team. They did defer, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. A first down there from Egby, and so any type of score here, particularly 7, would give McDonough a ton of momentum heading into the locker room.
Yeah, great job by Matt Wills. He kind of tripped up Egby there, but Egby kept turning his legs and, you know, stumbled over the first down marker.
That's 2 first downs in a row by McDonough. I think they're starting to string a drive here. Let's see what their next play call is.
They need the 45 of LaSalle for a first down. Egby in the backfield along with Caden Martin. Martin drops straight back and has room to run. He runs through Matt Wills, who got clocked in the helmet. And a late flag comes in, and that one actually came to the feet of Amir Anderson. We'll get one more look at this one.
Once again, goes back to what I was saying, a little bit of Michael Vick out there that I'm seeing.
Lowered the shoulder, lowered the boom.
Wow. That's a hit and a half.
Yeah. I mean, what a great job by McDonough's quarterback to evade the pressure and get out there and get a huge gain.
And unsportsmanlike conduct tacked onto the end of it against LaSalle. 1:23 to go in this second quarter.
You can't let those penalties happen. It's yards that you're giving up. You're just giving up yards. You can't let that happen.
Ray, I agree with you. It has been an issue of penalties, really on both sides, but particularly with LaSalle, 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Yeah, definitely. And you can hear the crowd below us. They're starting to pick up. They're starting to get into this game with this drive that they're stringing together.
We got a timeout on the field called by the LaSalle Explorers. And there is some confusion here. I'm not sure what the confusion is. LaSalle's hustling over. McDonough's standing on the line.
There was a flag thrown.
Timeout, LaSalle.
And now that timeout is granted to LaSalle. Guys, this portion of today's game is brought to you by the Binsfeld lending team at Cross Country Mortgage. As we told you about Jim and Carrie on your real estate needs, well, if you're buying a home, you need a mortgage, and you need to be pre-approved before you ever step foot in an open house or take a tour through a property if you want to have any chance of buying a house in today's market environment. So go to Keith, get yourself a pre-clearance, and be very, very confident when you're going out there to look at houses. He can walk you through the different products, the different characterizations, the different thought process of what you should be considering as you're buying your home. Or if you're looking to refi, rates are still very low, and he can walk you through that process as well. Keith is a LaSalle graduate and a proud sponsor of what we do here at Bob Long Sports.
Yeah, all I have to say is that football's a momentum game, and you could see McDonough stringing together a couple first downs and some penalties in their favor. Momentum's starting to swing towards them. Can they take advantage of that, do you think, on this drive?
And we shall see. This is where LaSalle's defense has stood up strong throughout the year, allowed just the 2 touchdowns, plus the 1 2-point conversion for 15 total points allowed in 4 games. What a spin move there by Martin. And it looked like he grabbed the face mask of Amir Anderson on his way out. That's something you rarely see, though. Likely not going to see that call against the offensive player unless it's egregious.
And we're just seeing what kind of athlete Caden Martin is on this drive. I mean, his pocket's been pretty clean all day. Some pretty big gaps there. I think we're going to see more of him tucking the ball and running for the rest of this game.
Yeah, he's shown that mobility. That's such a huge asset to this offense for them to be able to, not only if the play breaks down, he's able to make something of it, and it's just a huge advantage for them against this LaSalle defense.
Time not a factor here, guys. I got it as 2 timeouts for McDonough, 2 for LaSalle. 1 minute, 17 seconds left on the clock. Play clock is down to 1. They do just get it off. Martin fires across the middle. Incomplete. Preston Harrod was tripped up. There's the late flag. Comes against number 21, Makai Johnson of LaSalle. You decide for yourself, folks.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, Bob. It looked like they were both playing the ball. I think there was some stumbling there, but that ref has the best angle on it. So,
yeah, it all comes down to it's these penalties are killing LaSalle, and I mean that one was controversial to say the least. I mean he was diving for that ball. I don't think that was on the defender, but I mean you gotta stop these penalties. As we've been saying.
Ray, I think it came when the legs got tied up there before he actually dove. I think that's what the call was, but then I think the counter, like you were saying, Tyler, would be incidental contact.
Yep.
Half the distance to the goal. It's 1st and goal from about the 8. And Martin pulls, taken down there by Kevin Hawley. He stayed home nicely against the read option.
Yeah, you gotta watch Martin on that play. He's already shown his elusiveness. You can't leave him open on those read options.
Well, that was really good by Campbell there. Campbell set
Definitely.
the edge, and that's what led Martin to hold the football, and Hawley stayed put. I'll say the opportunity for McDonough there is if you're holding that lineman and then also that linebacker, if you have somebody doing a crossing route to the post, that's where you can create some separation in this close field situation. But LaSalle, they decided they're going to let him beat you by the air and attack him up the middle on that read option. It was the right decision, Tyler, in that particular play.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I mean, obviously this drive needs to finish and this quarter needs to finish, but what kind of halftime adjustments LaSalle might see or make after seeing what Martin's capable of? Will they put a spy on him possibly? I mean, LaSalle's shown to be able to defend this run game, but, Caden Martin's kind of single-handedly marched them down the field here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've just been impressed by the way he's been playing, and you got to make adjustments for that in halftime. And I think they will put a spy. I'll put a mighty fine dollar on that, and that their defense in the second half is going to be focused on containing him and making him have to make that throw.
We don't gamble here at Bob Long Sports here, right?
Of course not. Of course not.
And
this dollar is hypothetical.
This is
and
a
I
hypothetical.
never slice.
I'm
Anybody?
18. I'm not legally able to gamble.
Do you get that one at least, Tyler?
If I say yes, would it make you happy?
Yeah, that went over my head too.
Okay. 55 seconds left. 2nd down and goal from the 6. Crossing pattern, there it is, and that's the play we were just talking about. McDonough freezes the linebacker. The post comes in on a nice crossing slant. Touchdown McDonough. 52 seconds left on the clock.
Bob, you're channeling your inner Tony Romo right there, calling the play before it happens.
Santino Sanchez made the catch. Sam Asplin on to kick the extra point. And guys, just can't overstate it. A huge, huge touchdown there for McDonough at the tail end of the half.
Yeah, that is a huge touchdown, to say the least. It's better going in with 7 points than going in with 0 and being demoralized. They're going in with a great drive that they put together and feeling very happy with how they were playing towards the end of that second quarter.
So there's 52 seconds here, Bob, and I believe you said LaSalle has, 2 timeouts. Do you think LaSalle does anything with this, or do you think they take the knee and go into halftime?
Well, so they're going to send out kicker number 21, Drew Marson, the senior. Haven't seen him. They saw him just on the opening kick, and he didn't put it into the end zone. Amir Anderson had a chance to return that one. So assuming he can't put it into the end zone, you see what you get on this return. I think this is a fluid situation where you evaluate with each opportunity. If he gets it out to the 30, 35, maybe you do run a wildcat with Ryan Moore, and if he can move the sticks one time, then I think you start thinking about being aggressive at that point.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you, Bob. I think that they got to play it smart here, and I know that they're tempted to go long and strike and take back that touchdown, but you just got to play smart and go. If there's nothing there, just kneel it and just go into halftime thinking about how to improve your strategy.
By the way, that prior reference was from Caddyshack when you said there's no gambling at Bob Long Sports. There's no gambling at Bushwood, sir, and I never slice. And that is Sean McFadden up the sideline. And he did step out of bounds. Unfortunate for the Explorers as he kept going, but it still should be pretty good field position. So now you do think about things, I think, guys. 47 seconds left, 2 timeouts to our knowledge, as McFadden tiptoed along that sideline.
I thought we were going to need a director's cut of this episode, Bob, where you explain all your phrases and references.
If you wish.
And the funny thing is that I saw Caddyshack. I should be getting that reference, but I didn't get it.
I guess we just have some required movie watching, both for our audience, but more importantly for the guys standing next to me doing the broadcast. And now they're going to run the screen again. Good catch there by Noel Henry. Henry has a block. Henry out of bounds. And pancake there. It's going to be coming back. Number 64 for LaSalle, Brendan Krug.
I think it might have been blocking the back, maybe. I don't know. That's what I saw when Krug went to a defender who wasn't looking.
And it's a hold going against LaSalle.
God, these penalties are killing LaSalle. I'd say at least 5 have been called on them throughout this quarter, and it's just been killing their drives and momentum for this offense and defense.
Yeah, these the refs started calling a pretty lenient game, and it seems like they've kind of dialed in, and they're not really letting much slide here. So LaSalle has to keep that in mind going into the second half.
Yeah, I think this is where they run the ball and they let the clock go out, because I don't know about trying for downfield, but who knows? It might prove me wrong here.
It's first down and about 14 yards. I think some sort of safe pass wouldn't be a terrible call, but you also have a guy that can take the difference in Sam Brown, and it's a wheel play. Sam Brown down the middle of the field makes one miss. He's got open field, cuts it inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, LaSalle. The wheel route works to perfection.
Oh my God, what a play and pass. Just what a great job by Sam Brown showing that elusiveness, that speed. Just what a great overall play. Paterzo, great job reading that play and finding Sam Brown open on that sideline.
Bob, is that the safe pass play you had in mind?
That's the safe pass play. Nothing like it.
Oh, I think that's great. That was such a great play for LaSalle. Badly needed after all these penalties called. Just great overall play. Development, everything. LaSalle played that to perfection.
Sam Brown is scary in the open field.
That he is, Tyler.
And I think this is actually going to be offside.
No, false start, really.
Wow, okay. So I thought they got in the neutral zone there, causing that end to false start. But Santiago Sterla will have a chance to make it 24-7.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bob. I think that was a neutral zone infraction, but we'll see if that matters with Santi kicking here.
We've been waiting. Sam Brown has had his fair share of touchdowns, but we've been waiting for that play for him to take it 70, 80 yards this year. The extra point through the uprights, 24-7, and LaSalle regains that Uncle Mo we're talking about here on a Saturday afternoon in Owings Mill, Maryland. What a brilliant play call by Joe Wade.
Yeah, definitely, Bob. Just great overall play call. I also like the block downfield. I like those blocks downfield. Great job clearing a path for Sam to run that in there and swing that Uncle Mo, as you call it, in LaSalle's favor.
And that would be momentum, by the way. Speaking
Agreed.
of that director's cut there, Tyler, that would be momentum.
Thank you for specifying for us, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
So if you're McDonough here, what do you think the halftime adjustments are here? We've been talking about LaSalle's. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to think about McDonough's adjustments.
You know, I think they have had success. Tyler's talked about it. You talked about it, Ray, protecting in the pocket. Oh, this could be trouble. What a catch that was. Oh, my goodness. Wow, number 7.
Oh, that's
Angelo Cooper, A.J. Cooper. What a play. A flag comes in. It's going to go against LaSalle. But that was dangerous, guys. That was a live football, and LaSalle could have been in a position to recover.
That was like a rugby kick, huh?
Yeah,
Nice,
that was.
nice
that
shallow. It was, I mean, I wouldn't call it an offside or onside kick there, but that was – I like that. That's a good kick going into the half here.
I agree. Great play call. Throwing back to my first broadcast, rugby right there. I love that. But yeah, it was a great play call. Just couldn't take advantage of it.
But another unsportsmanlike conduct after the play type penalty, personal foul against LaSalle.
God, if I'm LaSalle right now, I'm going in that locker room and I'm saying no more penalties. They've been killing them this game, and if I'm McDonough now, I'm willing to take a few shots for that end zone. Their quarterback's shown the arm to be able to do that.
Especially with this field position. They're from their own 48. Plenty of time here, 22 seconds and a couple of timeouts. Martin throws it to the sideline and nudged out of bounds after a gain of 5. They do stop the clock, but Tyler, with all that scrambling, that's a 9-second play there.
Yeah, I mean, great job by Martin there, but in the context of the situation, you probably want to get that out of your hand a lot quicker, whether that's out of bounds and reset for the next play or what have you.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I will say at least for McDonough, at least they did get a completion. They got it out of bounds. It could have ended a lot worse with that defensive end for LaSalle coming around and putting some pressure on Martin.
2-yard gain, so they're at the 50. They probably need every bit of 30 yards, 25 at minimum, to think about any type of field goal in 13 seconds. Martin delivers across the middle. That's a brilliant catch. He's down at the 27. They clock it. They call timeout with 8 seconds left.
There's that explosive McDonough offense Martin showing his arm along with his mobility. He's been electric in the second quarter, to say the least. And
Santino Sanchez becoming a star.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That ball was way up there, and Santino just coming down with it was incredible. I believe, was that Abdul Carter on the coverage there?
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's an unbelievable catch. I don't know if you guys watched the Penn State football game last weekend, the whiteout against Auburn, but Jahan Dotson had a similar type catch.
Oh, you already know, Bob. I was watching that game.
There you go.
Great game. I only wish I could have been up there like you were.
That was a fun experience for sure.
Yeah, I believe you.
But we're getting a look at some future Nittany Lions here today as well. Dennis Sutton on the McDonough side and Abdul Carter on the LaSalle side. Our buddy Ryan Snyder from BWI Rivals is here as well. He gave us a shout-out, guys, on BWI Daily yesterday. He and T. Frank were on the show talking about our broadcasts of LaSalle games and that he was going to come down and see us here today. So he's standing about 15 feet to our right. He's a recruiting expert for Penn State, and we do a lot of we certainly follow along with what they do, as they do a wonderful job covering everything Penn State. 8 seconds left. They keep the offense on the field. And this play's taken a while to develop. Thrown towards the end zone.
Oh!
And I think he's out of bounds. Incomplete is the call.
What a great, I mean, it wasn't a catch, but what a great job of getting that ball into his body by, who is that, number 1? Thurston Howard. What a great job pulling that ball in. Sadly, it wasn't a catch, but I mean, that was a dangerous throw by Martin, to say the least.
Yeah, he came down out of bounds. It was kind of that old push-out rule. Now, here's the other thing. Anybody want to get the stopwatch out? Did that play only take 7 seconds? There's left with just 1 on the clock here. So they're going to try a 45-yard field goal.
I'd be impressed if he makes this, to say the least.
This will be number 21, Drew Marson. You always take care of things at home here, Tyler, though, right? 7 seconds, no doubt about it. That is blasted, and it is no good, wide left. That's the end of the first half, and LaSalle's defense, they bend but don't break. An elbow lands out of bounds for McDonough. That was the difference between a walk-off touchdown there in the first half to head into the locker room. But LaSalle keeps all that momentum. They lead by 17. It'll be McDonough to get the ball first.
Just overall, pretty fun first quarter, from a bystander perspective. LaSalle showed a lot of good things, showed a lot of bad things too. They got to stay more disciplined, as Ray has alluded to. McDonough, they have something special in Martin. He's made some great passes. I thought that was a touchdown almost, but he showed he can spin, he can truck people, he can throw. He's what LaSalle needs to key on in the second half here, and McDonough just needs to figure out how to slow down this LaSalle offense with, quite a few weapons on it.
I couldn't agree more. I As you said, as I've been saying, if I'm LaSalle, I'm sitting down with my team and I'm like, no more penalties, because that's what's been killing them this first half. And Martin for McDonough, oh my God, what an electric player to watch, along with LaSalle's offense, who has been clicking definitely during this first half. Just like it reminds me of the Haverford game. I see that same offense coming back. I think that game really instilled a lot of just a lot of confidence. Excuse me, a lot of confidence in them, and I'm interested to see how this second half is going to go, and I'm interested to see McDonough's game plan definitely in the second half.
Our broadcast team here today, Mara Long is on camera with us. Ray Gomez, class of 2022 here at LaSalle. He's a senior, and he's been helping us out this year. We're happy to get him on the air here today. It's been fun.
Yeah, definitely, Bob. Thank you for having me. It's just been such a blast working with you guys, and I'm really excited to be able to work with you guys throughout this year for football, basketball, whatever you need me for with LaSalle Broadcast.
And then Tyler Kern, my go-to guy here. Great to have you, my friend.
It's great to be here as well, Bob. A nice little road trip down to Maryland today, and you couldn't ask for better fall weather.
Could not ask for a better day here. We're excited to be here. We'll be back on the other side. You are watching LaSalle football here on Bob Long Sports.
Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop with your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing attentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
All right, folks, welcome back inside McDonough High School. Second half action is here on Bob Long Sports. Bob Long, Tyler Kern, and Ray Gomez are here. And guys, it's been an interesting game thus far. LaSalle leads 24-7, and we bring you inside our broadcast booth here. Great to have everybody. Mara Long back behind the camera. Again, 24-7, and it was highlighted, Tyler, by a big-time play at the end of the first half there, as Sam Brown went on the wheel route. Live TV, folks, here we go. How we doing, Coach? Good to see you, buddy. Good game calling in the first half. But how about that wheel route there, Tyler? Why don't you talk about that as I make my way back to the screen?
Yeah, that was an incredible play call. I liked it. Bob called the safe pass play there. I'm sorry. But, you know, like I said, Sam Brown in the open field, that was fun to watch. I haven't seen that this year with him out there, and he was a delight to watch him out there. He made some good moves and, you know, brought LaSalle much-needed touchdown, some good momentum.
Ray, what are your thoughts on what we saw out there in the first half?
I saw a LaSalle team that looked great offensively, especially compared to their first two games. I like the improvement that I've been seeing with LaSalle, and I like how Sam Brown's been playing. I thought he had a great play there, both receiving and running. Paterzo's been doing well, putting the balls where it's needed. And then McDonough, their quarterback, Martin, when we were at halftime, I was looking at his scouting report. He's a great dual-threat quarterback with offers from Miami, Alabama, and Arizona State are his top. So he's looking to bring some electric energy back into this offense for McDonough and to try and put him back in this game.
Ray, you were the star there, baby. You had the camera all to yourself.
Oh, I'm just talking it from all of you guys. I need that star power right there. I can't get enough.
Discounted how many people would be climbing up the stairwell to get here right before the beginning of the second half. So we'll now turn your attention down to the field. And thanks for humoring us, folks. Time for the second half here on Bob Long Sports.
So, Bob, Tyler, what do you think the adjustments are for both teams during this second half, and what changes do you think we're going to see?
I mean, I think this defensive front on McDonough, they got to just keep doing what they were doing, maybe make some more big plays, a couple turnovers. They got to, key in on this LaSalle offense that has a lot of weapons, figure out this Wildcat a little more, and, don't let Paterzo make big chunk plays like that. From LaSalle, just less penalties, to be honest.
I think first things first, McDonough's got to find a way to score on this drive here. It's a 3-possession game. 12 minutes goes quickly. LaSalle has the ability to run the football. Sam Brown has been effective in that. And so I would expect a ground-and-pound play call here in the second half, limit the amount of possessions. We saw in a game against Malvern, and then another game where LaSalle played against Imhotep. It was like 7 or 8 offensive possessions for the whole game. That's not going to be the case here today, but they could shorten this second half, and every possession going to be very valuable for a very talented McDonough football team. That's going to drop, and that's a live football. And who's on it? LaSalle thinks they have it, and McDonough, no, that is LaSalle's football. The referee on that side of the field, he made a mistake, and now he is signaling LaSalle football. Another look, guys.
Yeah, that's the worst thing McDonough could have done, and the best thing LaSalle could have done, obviously. And great special teams play. We saw that kick earlier, and they capitalized on it.
All I have to say is just great job on LaSalle executing that play, and great job on catching them not ready for it. LaSalle with a little bit of the Saints, taking a page from the Saints playbook in the Super Bowl.
I love that line judge pointing the wrong direction, just so emphatically. And then you saw just a moment of indecision. Oh, no, that way, the other way.
Give it to Sterla for that kick, though. That was beautiful.
Yeah, as I've been saying, he's a weapon.
So now it's Ryan Moore in the Wildcat. He's got Sam Brown along with him, and he pulled it. Gain of about 4. All right, guys, it is time to play our favorite game here on Bob Long Sports, and that is Where Ya At? And without Rob Stott here, we forgot it for the first half, but let us know where you're watching the game from, and we will give you a shout-out on the air. You can either drop a comment in our YouTube stream, or better yet, follow us on Bob Long Sports on Twitter and send us a message. Sam Brown off tackle, nowhere to go there. Great stop by Mason Robinson. Denied Dennis Sutton got in there on the stop as well, number 33.
2 great plays by McDonough's front right there. First, recognizing Moore's read or Wildcat read, and then looking at Sam Brown with the ball and just holding him there. No gain there.
I think 4 down territory potentially here, guys, as well. Depends on where this play goes, though, certainly, as Paterzo is back in the quarterback position. E.J. Wentz in the backfield. He lobs that over the top, and he's got his man, number 10 for LaSalle. A great catch on the outside by Noel Henry.
Oh my God, Paterzo feeling himself today. What a great throw. Great job putting that ball where the receiver needed it. And just an overall great play. I'd say he's been playing very well today. He's been doing a great job reading this defense, reading these cornerbacks, and making the right plays.
Great job by Alan Paterzo to bring that down. He's going to take off with it himself. Make something out of a broken play, a gain of 4. And how about the senior Sam Brown, Tyler? He recognized that it was a busted play, and he went into full fullback mode and starts blocking for his quarterback.
I mean, just it's a testament to who Sam Brown is. Some of these great players, they just have their heads on. They recognize when things go wrong, and they adjust on the fly.
Yeah, I agree. Sam Brown, just a great overall player, and he's showing his play recognition right there, realizing the broken play and making up for it.
Ryan Moore again in this Wildcat. And gobbled up there. A great defensive play. He did get forward maybe a yard or 2. But number 55, Quan Williams, there on the stop.
Oh, the hole was there. Moore saw it, and it just got closed up quick by that McDonough front.
That McDonough front has been playing really well with this run game to start off this drive. And I think that that they're doing a great job holding the LaSalle offense, but then when third down comes, they're just giving up these plays. So I'm interested to see if they try a screen pass again, because that's been working so well against this defense.
That particular play, guys, not that there was no option to hand it off to Sam Brown, but I think it was heavy in favor of Mord thought he was going to keep that ball unless there was some wide gap, because he saw a lot of the blocking kind of cut that way, Tyler. Try to carve out that edge on the left side of the line. Stevie Davis on the give, and he gets inside the 10, make that inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be 4th down. And with that play call, I would recommend, or I would say, that Joe Wade's thinking about going for this.
I agree with that. Up by when they're up by 17, I'd say go for it too.
I mean, the interior run hasn't been very successful today. I'm interested to see if they, bounce it out with Sam Brown or let Moore just use his legs and read the play.
I'm thinking they're going in the depths of their playbook right here. Oh, empty backfield. I was just going to say they're going to go for a pass.
Well, watch Sam Brown coming in motion. There he comes. Paterzo has the man across the line. That's a great play. Noel Henry faked the block, wheeled to the outside, and went to the far pylon.
Noel Henry with the perfect route running. That was some crisp route running. Paterzo read it perfectly. It just had his man beat. There was nothing the defender could do. Just, great play.
All I have to say is Paterzo has really been stepping up these last couple of games. I'd love to see the improvement that he's been showing over the season, being able to read these defenses better. And right there, just making the perfect read, putting that ball where it needs to be, and scoring that touchdown.
Santiago Sterla's kick is good, and it's 31-7 LaSalle. And what I'd say, guys, is, you talk about it's a symbiotic relationship. Good play calling begets good results, but good athletes and executing well makes your play caller look really good, and both of those things are happening right now. There are 3 or 4 plays that Joe Wade has just called at the exact right time, and these players have executed them to perfection. That first touchdown, the screen to E.J. Wentz to neutralize the McDonough rush to the backfield, the wheel play at the end of the half because they were overloaded on the near side, and then that one there as Noel Henry fakes them out thinking he's going to block on that side as Sam Brown came off the right side of the line, doubling back to the far pylon. Great job recognizing by Paterzo. 3 excellent play calls, 3 times perfectly executed by the Explorers. You got something for us, Tyler, don't
I do. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do it before the kick here, but we got, our first Where Yet from Rob Stott.
Our buddy.
From Orland, PA here. Bob, props to Ray for stepping up today, and Tyler for actually showing up. Tongue sticking out face.
There you go. This one caught at the 5. And LaSalle cuts him down at about the 24.
I was going to say with that play, are we going to see another fake? Just LaSalle making McDonough's or special teams have to work for that ball.
And then Philip Coladonato, thank you for checking in with one simple question. He says, "These guys haven't seen Caddyshack?" ? I know, Philip. I know. We're going to talk about this after the game.
We got some homework to do and
got some film to
embarrass
watch.
Bob in front of all his friends.
Again, where are you at? Let us know where you're watching the game from, or if you have a funny comment you want us to share. We'd be happy to give you a shout on the air. There's a big run by Egby.
Great
and Egby into the second level. Egby turning on the Jets. He nearly took it all the way. He's inside the 20.
That is the play that McDonough was looking for right there. They needed that badly, and he came up big right there.
Yeah, that sparks quite the drive there on the first play. It's hard to ask for anything better other than a touchdown.
Yeah, once again we see that stiff arm. Those stiff arms from McDonough are vicious, to say the least.
Yeah, I don't know what they're who's responsible for teaching them these stiff arms, but they're working.
Is Derek Henry their stiff arm coach right here, or strength coach?
Egby up the middle, a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 upcoming. 7:55 to play here in the third quarter.
If I'm McDonough right now, this is definitely I'm stating the obvious, but it's definitely 4th down territory. They need a spark to this offense, and I think that that run was very nice, but if I'm them, this LaSalle front has been trying to gobble up that run. So I would say that they're going to try and do a pass play right here to throw them off. But that's just my play call right there.
And thank you, Coach.
Thank you. I'm taking jobs anytime that LaSalle needs me.
2nd and 7. It's Green this time. He's got the first down, and he's to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. A nice response offensively from this McDonough Eagles team.
And that's why you don't take me as your coach.
More than one way to skin a cat there, Ray.
Yeah, definitely. Just great blocking by that McDonough front line.
Here's the screen, and it's dropped by Preston Howard. 2nd down and goal upcoming.
And we're right where LaSalle's defense has shown its stuff today. They've had a few good red zone stops. I'd like to see if they can keep it up.
I definitely agree, and you also see Martin trying to get that ball again to Preston Howard. He's been playing pretty well today, along with Santiago Sanchez. Excuse me.
Philip Coladonato says good pronunciation. Thank you very much. I hope that's not in jest. Egby taken down, no gain.
Thank you again for that. Sorry about that. It is Santino Sanchez. That is on me.
Oh, that, by the way, Coladonato, our buddy Phil, was not talking about your pronunciations of Sanchez. It was mine of his last name.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, I feel
Our
no.
Caddyshack friend.
Our Caddyshack friend. Says he's a Carroll guy, but he enjoys tuning in for our LaSalle broadcast, so we appreciate that. Leslie Burrell watching at home from West Mount Airy, Philadelphia. Kelby Hampton from the class of 2024. It's his mother. Thanks you for checking in. Now another screen. Good move there. It's going to be short of the goal line. And now I don't think it's really any decision at all, but it'll be 4th down and goal from about the 1.
What play call you think is going to be happening here, Bob?
I would run it with Egby.
I agree. I agree with that. I would actually do an RPO right here because both your running back and Martin are just so electric. I would make the LaSalle defense have to choose which one they want to cover.
Went from Ask Madden to Ask Ray. I like it, Ray. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, ask Ray. My last call wasn't too good. Let's see what they do here.
Down to the final 3 seconds, and it looks like a timeout will be taken. No. Confusion here. They're asking LaSalle to back off the sideline. They're going to give them a brand new play clock. So set it to 25. And now a whistle. There's 5:11 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. There's 25 on the play clock, and there's a lot of confusion on both sidelines. And now they'll huddle and discuss.
Let's just hope it's not another penalty on the south sideline. They got one earlier. They got to keep that sideline in check. Make sure that they're not shooting themselves in the foot here.
The question was the game clock, so they're going to set it to 5 minutes and 28 seconds. Give them a new play clock. It's 4th and goal from inside the 2. Stefan Egby in the backfield. And it's Martin going down.
Ray called it, and so did LaSalle's defense.
Abdul Carter with the stop.
Just call me Tony Romo now. But that was a great read by LaSalle's defense. Exactly, they watched that quarterback. They knew his elusive capabilities, and they read it perfectly and got him.
Those big moments like that on 4th down is where you lean on your stars like Abdul Carter, and he came up big.
Yeah, definitely.
LaSalle is making a statement here. They've given up 3 touchdowns in now the better part of 5 football games. And the bend but don't break. They got it down to the 4. Got it down inside the 2. Could not finish on 4th down.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if LaSalle's offense is going to go pass heavy here.
It's Sam Brown, and running through the McDonough defense. Not going to be quite enough for a first down, but it's a gain of 7, maybe 8 on first.
I think we're going to see some more runs, run out this clock a little bit, maybe a little more akin to what we saw from LaSalle in that Imhotep game.
Oh, that's definitely a good call here. Though I will say that I'm interested to see if they give Peterzo a few more reps because he's been feeling it today, and I'm curious to see what plays they're going to call here.
Sam Brown off tackle, got the first down and more, but that'll come back. Penalty will go against LaSalle in the area of holding.
It's LaSalle's third or fourth holding call, I believe, today. And refs are, calling it tight.
Yeah, they're in practice on Monday. Their coaches are gonna be giving it to the O-line for all these holding calls that shouldn't be being called.
Well, you got a very strong defensive front as well here, so that's sometimes the result of going up against players like that.
Yeah, definitely, and they've done a great. Don't get me wrong, they've been doing a great job of containing that defensive front and giving Peterzo, giving Brown, giving Stevie, giving Wentz all these opportunities to run and throw the football.
And I'll tell you what, the coaches will take advantage of the opportunity this week to diagnose these issues and let these guys hear about it. Because as Stevie Davis, no, that's Kelby Hampton, number 2. That's Dom Martin. Dom Martin, number 2. First time we've seen Martin here today, the 6-foot senior. That's a great run by him, and it's a first down. But, guys, my point there is there's a big game coming up next week, and LaSalle's going to use everything in the playbook to motivate the guys. Not a ton of motivation needed for St. Joe's Prep, but, yeah, things are going to look good potentially after this game, up 31-7 on a regional power in McDonough. But a lot of mistakes to clean up as they head towards next weekend as well against St. Joseph's Prep at 3 o'clock at Franklin Field. Dom Martin at the 22-yard line. He goes down after a gain of 5.
He had Lawrence Steele right in front of him. He chose to go on the outside instead of cutting up the field there. Have a nice block instead.
I just want to go back to what Bob was saying about St. Joe's. I mean, they have a picture of me in their locker room after last week's Haverford game, but it's going to be a great game, and I think LaSalle's going to give them a run for their money, to say the least.
Second down and 5. Good crossing pattern there. Dom Martin, they're getting him involved in both the running and the passing game. A good read option, draw the linebacker in. Dom Martin got into the second level, and there's a flag on the play as well. And a personal foul is going to go against McDonough, so tack 15 yards onto this one. This ball should be spotted around midfield.
Oh, you can hear LaSalle's crowd over there. They had a great crowd show up here today, even though we're in Maryland. It's nice to see that here.
Yeah, and Ray, that was a bit of a sarcastic applause there. They haven't been particularly happy with the officiating. I wouldn't appear, judging alone by that sarcastic applause.
Yeah, definitely. But still, it's nice to see all these fans show up for LaSalle to support the team.
Bob Long, the king of satire.
Is that right, Tyler? Ball is spotted right at midfield. By the way, our buddy, speaking of the kings of satire, Jeff Meyer, class of 1969. Watching from Devon, PA. He's usually right by Bill Waslenko's side, but not today. We'll catch you on the next road trip down at the at Franklin Field there, Jeff. Thanks for watching today. Second down and 3. Clock ticks under 2 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the third quarter. LaSalle in control from the start here today. 31-7 the score.
Yeah, you're on line, Bob. I'm very proud of this O-line for being able to hold this defensive front.
E.J. Wentz taken down. A nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage by number 55, Quan Williams.
They had Stevie Davis split out there. He looked like he wanted the football there. I mean, they had the blocks. I'd be interested to see how that play worked out.
Yeah, just after I praise that O-line, we see the running back taken down by the defensive end.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Paterzo drops straight back. Has E.J. Wentz in the flat, and a flag comes down. Wentz is going to come down short of the line to gain, but this is going to be holding against LaSalle.
E.J. Wentz looking for a face mask there.
Another holding call against this O-line. I mean, it's just been penalties on penalties for LaSalle. They gotta. I'm happy they are, as Bob said. I'm happy they're getting this all out this week. So that means next week they shouldn't let these silly mistakes happen again.
Holding on LaSalle.
So that's going to be 3rd and long here. Back on their side of midfield, all the way back to the 39-yard line, needing the 41 of McDonough for a first down.
I mean, I think that they either are going to try a screen pass, which has been working so well today, or they're going to let Paterzo drop back in that pocket and launch that ball, which I agree with either call right there.
1-on-1 coverage on the near side here, Ryan Moore. There are 2 safeties, but it's a long way to that side of the field. Here's the screen for E.J. Wentz. Does get the 1 block. Gets close. It's going to be about 3 yards short of the line to gain.
Good call, Ray. Nice screen pass. It's nice having Sam Brown out there blocking for you.
Yeah, definitely. And great job by Paterzo putting the ball where it needs to be, even with that defensive end coming in there and almost getting him. Now, they're going for this, which I'm kind of shocked. I don't know. I would trust Santi Sterlo to punt it in and get it in at 5, but we'll see what happens here.
Sal most likely wants to obviously keep control of the ball so they can control this clock as well.
Yeah, it's definitely fair. I mean, it's down to 30 seconds right now in the 3rd quarter. I can't blame them if they want to hold this ball for as long as they can.
Ryan Moore all alone in the backfield. And he's going to punt this ball, isn't he? That's really nice. They had that in the playbook. It just takes a tough hop, but landed at about the 9. It was a deep drop from Moore. They know that he can punt the football. Take the snap, see if you have blocking, and if not, punt that ball away.
Yeah,
First time we've seen that this year, guys.
That was an interesting play to say the least, Bob. I mean, I think he made the right read right there, and I'm happy that they did punt that ball, even though it's on the 20.
First down and 10 for Caden Martin and McDonough. 11 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
If you're McDonough right now on offense, what are you thinking? Like, are you just going to start taking shots to try and make it a close game, or are you just going to get some reps in here?
I mean, I think you open up the playbook, absolutely. Keep going. I mean, you're down 24, sure, but just keep running offense, certainly with a little bit of pace, as Abdul Carter makes the tackle after a gain of about 2. 2nd down and 8 upcoming.
Yeah, it's the end of the 4th or 3rd quarter right now. I don't disagree, Bob. I think they're going to open up that playbook and take some shots.
And we head to the 4th quarter, and this portion of today's game is brought to you by E&M Insurance. E&M Insurance is a great insurance provider in North Wales, run by Chris Marr, a LaSalle graduate and a proud member of the Alumni Association. Ran the Alumni Association last year. Property and casualty insurance for your home or for your business. Chris Marr is the guy to go to, and E&M Insurance is the best company in the area to do that with. Keep it local in the LaSalle family. Chris will treat you right. The best rates, the best services, and the best coverages for you. If you have a youthful aged driver and you're a LaSalle parent, Chris is a great guy to go to. He'll help you understand your options. He'll get you great coverage. That's E&M Insurance in North Wales, a proud sponsor of us here at Bob Long Sports. And Jim and Carrie of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Fox and Roach Realtors team, helping you buy or sell your home. They helped my wife and I get our dream house. We are thrilled with where we are, also in North Wales, close to our buddies at E&M. And they are the best and most professional experts. They do a ton of volume, and so they know what's happening out there in the market. They work well with LaSalle folks. They work well with anybody, of course, but they love dealing with folks in the community that support and love high school sports. That's Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin-Boyle of the Carrie Guerin-Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. You can see their contact information on the screen in front of you. Tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you.
Sorry about that. Once again, you see the refs talking to the LaSalle sideline. I mean, they gotta keep that sideline in wraps. They're talking to the coach right now. They gotta stay quiet. I mean, as we've been saying the whole broadcast.
Well, I think there's something. I think there's something going on here. They're bringing. There's a gentleman in the dark blue shirt running over to have some sort of conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what is going on here, but it's stopping the football game.
Yeah, Haverford's probably. If I'm them right now, I'm looking for a nice play to call right now and trying to take advantage of this stoppage. And if I'm LaSalle defense, I'm just taking a deep breath, getting ready to see what Haverford comes out in, and just make sure no scoring. Or McDonough, excuse me, sorry.
Guys, I honestly have no idea what that was all about.
Excuse me, McDonough, not Haverford. I'm thinking back to last week.
And another stoppage. Tyler's got a friend up here in the booth as we wait for this fourth quarter to commence. Tyler?
Talking to the other side of the mic, there's a big small yellow jacket. He's very comfy right here.
Just hanging on to that mic.
Yeah, for dear life.
Yeah, he wants to give his thoughts on the game so far.
Second down and 8. As we get started here in the fourth quarter, at long last. Egby strung out well by this LaSalle defense and run out of bounds there by Sean McFadden. And I think Egby showed a little bit there, kind of fell at the end to try to induce a little bit or insinuate that there was some later contact than there was.
Yeah.
And now Abdul Carter down on the turf. It is a hot day out here.
That's not a good sign for LaSalle, to say the least. I think it looks like just either a cramp from what I'm looking at, but I hope he's okay, to say the least.
Yep, we'll take this moment as Dave Crow. He's going to work out Abdul Carter's cramp there. To tell you about another one of our favorite sponsors. We talked about the Jamison Poorhouse. Now let's talk about the Station Tap House, also run by the Wade family, well connected within LaSalle. And that one is in the heart of Doylestown. Tyler, I know you know Doylestown well. Station Tap House is a great place to watch the game, go with family, go with friends, have a party. And the Wade family does a wonderful job running one of the most picturesque and really greatest places to go throughout Doylestown. You been there, buddy?
Yeah, I have been there. Couldn't say it better myself. Great place to grab a pint, watch a football game, or just, hang out on date night.
We appreciate their sponsorship here of our broadcast on Bob Long Sports and recommend everybody head over to Station Tap House. All right, we're going to make another call for our favorite game. Where are you at? Let us know where you're watching the game from, and we'd be happy to give you a shout-out on the air.
Darn, Abdul Carter's still down. Getting me a little worried. I hope he's okay, to say the least. He's very key to this LaSalle defense.
As they keep working on Carter, we want to remind you about our game next week as well. They're going to take on St. Joseph's Prep. And that's going to be from Franklin Field. Beautiful Franklin Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Still trying to determine exactly our plans for that one, but we're excited for the Explorers and the Hawks to get together. As they keep working on Carter, we'll take a quick break and come back here on Bob Long Sports.
Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies.
Abdul Carter off the field and being attended to. It's 3rd down and 7 for McDonough. Early in the 4th quarter, pass across the middle, popped there by Amir Anderson. It's 4th down.
That's a great play by Anderson. Just, he's shown great insight all day with, that block pass that was almost an interception, and just read that from the start.
Yeah, I like the way he plays cornerback. He has a great intuition of where that ball is going and how to get there the fastest way to break it up.
That would have been 1st down yardage, but Amir Anderson on the breakup, the senior cornerback, he's had a fantastic year.
Looks like Ryan Moore is going to return. He's a dangerous returner. I'm interested to see how he goes.
Asplin, that's a line drive kick, should give Moore an opportunity. Hit hard at the 45-yard line, taken down there, and that's where Paterzo and the Explorers will take over. Albert Wu checks in, rooting hard for LaSalle from Ithaca, New York. Ithaca, there you go. Ithaca College, Cornell, a lot of good education
so far, right?
going up there.
We like that here.
Tristan Kleinfelter watching from State College. I know the Nittany Lions are taking care of business here today. Kind of a family game for me up there. Villanova football against Penn State. Again, I've long been asking for that matchup, but I've been asking for it on the basketball side. But we get it on the football side, and that was really cool. Long pass. Ryan Moore comes down with it. Paterzo hits him in stride. A great throw and catch for a 1st down.
Speaking of Villanova right there, there's Ryan Moore, who just got offered a scholarship by Villanova a few days ago. So great call there, or just a great pass.
Yeah, can't get much more open than that from Moore. He ran a great crisp route there, and Paterzo just put it right on the money.
Yeah, Paterzo has been playing really well today. I've been really glad to see him throw those balls, putting them where they need to go, and great job by the receivers to get open.
This is Dom Martin. Martin's got a block there from Moore. Steps out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. 1st down, Martin and LaSalle. And it's been great to see Martin get into the mix. He played a lot last year, and it's kind of been that 3rd running back for the team this year behind Stevie Davis and, of course, Sam Brown. But he's a guy that is a weapon, Tyler, and can really be a 3-headed monster for this LaSalle rushing attack.
Yeah, I like how they've incorporated Martin into this. We didn't see him much in the 1st quarter, and 2nd quarter he made a bit of an impact at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, I agree. And
here's Ryan Moore on the Wildcat and a gain of 2. Go ahead there, Ray.
Yep, I agree. I love this LaSalle rushing attack. I think they complement each other so well, with Sam Brown being that power back, the one who can push for those extra yards, along with E.J. Wentz. And then you have Stevie Davis, that elusive back that you need to pick up those big yards in that open field. And then you have Martin stepping in, who hasn't gotten a lot of reps throughout this game, and he comes in here and he's been looking really good.
It's 2nd down and goal. They spot him at the 7. E.J. Wentz in the backfield along with Ryan Moore. And Moore thought about throwing the football, now does, and that was dangerous and into traffic. Incomplete, it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, it looked like Moore wanted to hand off to Wentz there potentially. Wentz went for the block then. Moore kind of swung out to his left there. And that was kind of a difficult throw across the body and, like you said, a dangerous one, almost right into the hands of the McDonough secondary.
He got punished for it as well. Took a big hit on his way down. 3rd down and goal. Alan Paterzo back at quarterback. 3 receivers on the far side of the field. Keep an eye on Ryan Moore on the near side. Good throw to the corner pylon. Touchdown, LaSalle. Ryan Sorge.
Is that I think that's Paterzo's 3rd passing touchdown today. He's been playing really well today, and just great placement by him, great route running, great overall play and execution.
Yeah, they had Ryan Moore keyed up. They didn't take into account the other Ryan.
That's exactly right.
Happens to the best of us.
37-7. And LaSalle, they've dominated all facets. 3, make that 4 years ago in 2017, they came down here and they were beat by a very good McDonough team. It was 20-9. The quarterback, Isaiah Jones at the time, got hurt in that game by none other than Penn State's P.J. Mustipher, who's now playing every down at defensive tackle for the Nittany Lions. They lost that game, as mentioned, and this was long thought of and certainly is historically a difficult program to beat. So this is a statement win, regardless of what exactly this particular iteration of McDonough team looks like. They're going to win a lot of games this year, and LaSalle has, from start to finish, been effective.
Yeah, it's just exactly the momentum you want before competing in the PCL, and you got to hope that Abdul Carter's okay for next week against the biggest rival LaSalle has.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm excited to see that game. I think this team is the best we've seen in a while, and I think they're gonna play very well, and we're gonna have a good game.
Santiago Sterlo will drill that one, and that'll get into the end zone for a touchback. 10-17 to play here in the 4th quarter, and you're watching LaSalle College High School football here on Bob Long Sports. This portion of today's game is brought to you by the Binsfeld Lending Team at Cross Country Mortgage. Keith Binsfeld, a LaSalle graduate and a proud one at that. He is a great mortgage broker. He can get you the best rates. He can get you pre-approval so that you can go out with confidence and visit homes if you're looking to buy a house. It's a tough market right now. Keith is aware of that and not only just provides the kind of commodity basis of mortgage, but he provides you consultation and guidance to get you through that process. A good mortgage broker, a good realtor can be the difference in winning a bidding war or not. So you want a guy like Keith Binsfeld in your corner. That's the Binsfeld Lending Team at Cross Country Mortgage. And a couple more shout-outs, by the way. Bruce Emsweiler says he listens as much as possible each week from Lancaster, and he's just a big high school football fan. So thank you for making us part of your rota, Bruce. I've seen some of your stuff on Twitter as well, so appreciate the interaction, my friend, and hopefully we can catch you at one of these games sometime. Albert Wu rooting hard for LaSalle from Ithaca. We mentioned him. Ronald Bond says go Explorers as well. Again, drop us a comment in the YouTube stream or tweet at us and follow us on Twitter. Also, we'll make an ask to follow us on Twitter as well. We recently hit that 1,000 subscriber threshold. That was important to us for a couple of reasons. In case we go on the road and have internet issues, we can go live with the phone when we go past that threshold. So the more the better, and we appreciate everybody's support. Caden Martin. Martin does not go down. Spins and can't get away that time. Daryl Dengue, he got the sack. A big loss.
Yeah, you're not lying, Bob. But Martin, he's showing that elusiveness. I mean, throwing off 2 tackles, getting out there. Sadly, he couldn't get that ball out of there, but he played so well. He's been playing well this whole game. Just he hasn't been able to capitalize on some throws, or he's been sacked by this great LaSalle defense, who Abdul Carter's still on the sideline, who I hope he heals up and gets ready for this St. Joe's game, because we're definitely going to need him.
That last play was a testament to LaSalle's secondary as well, covering those receivers. No one for Martin to throw to.
Definitely.
Third down and about 17 yards. It's a screen play, a lot of blocking. Needed just one more block. Still nearly got there. It'll be 4th down and 1, and certainly the offense will remain on the field here for McDonough. A great play to make this even a plausible 4th down opportunity.
Number 71, Antonio Tripp, was blocking his guy, but also pushing the receiver up the field. That was pretty impressive coming from the 6'3", 295-pound man.
We mentioned Tripp, a big-name prospect as a junior, a guy who's going to call a lot more offers later this year into next.
Definitely, and then they're getting that ball back to Howard, who's been playing very well today. Almost had a great touchdown at the end of the second half, and they're trying to get their ball to their playmakers.
And now it's going to be a 4th down snap, and they lost the football. It's going to be a turnover on downs. They tried to go for the trick play, bring a tight end in motion. He snuck under center, and you're going to see him try to sneak it.
I thought there was some movement there before the play as well. From the center, it looked like nonetheless.
Yeah, and probably the tight end that was lining up under center. You're absolutely right, Tyler. That's a missed call by the officials. It should have been a false start. And I'll tell you something, after that result, McDonough would have preferred that call. 1st down and 10 for the Explorers from the McDonough 28.
Yeah, definitely. And if I'm the Explorers right now, I'm doing what I did against Haverford. I'm putting in a few of our bench guys. I'm giving them some reps, making sure they're ready just in case. Because as much as the stars are important, the bench is equally as important for backups and just making sure that they keep competitive.
Yeah, and as you see out there, it's Connor Melman now, the backup quarterback. Stevie Davis is the deep back. The I formation. Cuts through and breaks a tackle. That's enough for a 1st down. He needed 10, got 12.
He's just so fun to watch. I'm a big fan of Stevie Davis, and as a sophomore, this year we got a lot of seniors, a lot of impressive athletes leaving us at the end of the year, and it's just fun to look at what's to come, and Stevie Davis is definitely one of those.
Colin Dunlap, number 45, the junior fullback, he checks in as well.
The funny thing is that, do you want to know who Stevie Davis reminds me of? Darren Sproles. I see a little bit of Sproles in him.
The I formation, and it is the give here to Davis. Didn't get much there. 2nd down and 9. Clock ticks under 7 minutes to go in this one. LaSalle's going to get a convincing victory against McDonough, heading into a game against St. Joseph's Prep.
Yeah, definitely. Very convincing, but even with the convincing victory, there were still many mistakes throughout the game, and if I'm LaSalle, as we've been saying, you got to clean those up for next game because you can make very little mistakes against St. Joe's.
These two teams, St. Joe's Prep certainly has been nationally ranked over the last set of years here, and LaSalle has been off to a great start, but if you take some transitive results here, St. Joe's Prep, they beat a Gonzaga Prep team 35-3, and that team actually beat this McDonough team as well, and LaSalle taking down McDonough 38-7. Catholic League versus MIAA in years past, you may have given the nod to these teams from Baltimore. This particular season, there is some strength in Pennsylvania's District 12, specifically the Philadelphia Catholic League. There's another really good team in the Catholic League at the 6A level, and that's Archbishop Wood. They were beaten by Malvern Prep, but we saw how good Malvern Prep was. There's some good football happening in southeastern Pennsylvania right now. And we had one of the gentlemen on our stream feed talking about watching Nick Singleton. He had 6 touchdowns last night. Connor Melman got rid of it, and it's intercepted. This is going to be taken back for 6. Touchdown, Stefan Egby.
Oh, a costly mistake by Melman. He's got to eat the sack there and not try to get rid of it, especially when he doesn't know what's in front of him.
Yeah, it's a true shame, especially with only 5 minutes, 25 seconds left. It's going to be 13-38. It's a shame to see that play, but great play by McDonough on capitalizing on that on the pressure, and a great job getting that ball and running it back.
5:25 remains here on the clock. Sam Asplin for the point after. Up and good. It's 38-14 the score.
I appreciated Stevie Davis's hustle. I thought he was going to prevent the pick six there. But unfortunately, McDonough just kind of pulled away. But, you know, you like seeing that kind of effort on those plays.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, Stevie giving in all of his effort in on trying to get that guy, as you pointed out to me as he was running down. Stevie, as I was talking about earlier, a very great back, and I think that this team, once all these seniors graduate, it's going to be his backfield, and I think he'll do a great job of leading it when he's the head back.
Next week, guys, we talked about it, our next broadcast, trying to figure out exactly what the situation looks like for Franklin Field, but excited for St. Joe's Prep against LaSalle. I know a lot of folks are across the state, and why not? Of course, a regular season game that often gives way to a playoff game between these two teams, and we're back to that format, given the fact that it's not a COVID year and the timing issues aren't exactly the way they were last year in a shortened season. But a regular season game will tell you a lot about both of these teams, and we're looking forward to seeing what happens next Saturday at Franklin Field. Encourage folks to come out in person, certainly, as well. Spend the day down in Philly. 3 o'clock kick, a historic place to watch the game. And that is an onside looking kick, and nice job by LaSalle to come up with that football.
It's very nice of Moore to push this guy out of bounds, too.
That's right.
Yeah, and I want to go back to how important next week's game really is for both programs. It's going to really show them how hard each matchup is, and how whoever loses, they got to look at it and go, how can we beat them next time? Because I believe that it's going to be between these two in the Catholic League Championship, and the winner of that is going to definitely have a chance at states, to say the least.
5:24 on the clock. First down and 10 for LaSalle. Connor Melman still at quarterback. Stevie Davis to his right. Davis hit at the line, maybe got a yard.
Yeah, we just see LaSalle running out the clock. Hopefully they can convert a few first downs and wrap this up.
Yeah, definitely. And I have to admit, throughout this game, I think it was just a great, entertaining game. Both sides played very well. I liked. If you want to know the highlight for me for this game, it was definitely the quarterback play. I think Paterzo and Martin both played very well throughout this game, and it made it very entertaining.
My play of the game, if you're asking me for it, is the wheel route at the end of the half. Sam Brown taking it in for the touchdown. There was a little bit of momentum there for McDonough. They were getting the ball to start the second half. And then an 80-some yard touchdown throw from Paterzo to Sam Brown. That, in my mind, put a cap on this game. And then, of course, the opening kickoff, LaSalle recovers the onside, scores, and this ball game is all but over at that point. That beginning and end of the half, end of the first, beginning of the second, is when this game was decided. Not to mention, I think LaSalle just, again, superior quarterback play, like you said, and I think that Sam Brown, Stevie Davis, big games here today. An exciting effort from this LaSalle team if you're a LaSalle fan. And this McDonough school, by the way, one, absolutely gorgeous, wonderful campus, great vantage point, great opportunity to broadcast the game. Secondarily, guys, great hospitality. They took care of us. We got a great spot to call the game up here, and we appreciate everything that these folks have done. And certainly anytime that the McDonough team or fans come on up to LaSalle, we want to make sure we take good care of you up there as well. We appreciate what you've done for us here today. Allow us to bring the game to our constituency.
So, Bob, I just wanted to go back to what you were saying about play of the game. I definitely agree. For LaSalle, it was that wheel route by Sam Brown, showing his athleticism, getting in that end zone. But for McDonough, I think we have to go with Martin's run with that great stiff arm. I think he's electric, and I think he'll go to D1 and make some electric plays if he gets the opportunity.
LaSalle will punt this one away. Santiago Sterlo did a great job to pull that high snap down, and this is a great punt. And that is fumbled and recovered there at the 28-yard line.
That was just a great play by Sterlo, like you said. He's I almost want to give him the MVP this game. He's done very well. He's gotten field goals and onside kicks and extra points, and just saved a fumble for a possible touchdown there. Then had a great punt. Like, he's just been electric.
Definitely, I agree. I mean, a kicker's as important as any wide receiver or running back, because usually those close games, like I think next week's going to be, it comes down to those kickers, and I feel very safe with Santiago kicking for us. I think that he's a very, very great kicker. He's consistent, and I have faith in him for next week.
First down and 10 for Martin and the Eagles of McDonough. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. Martin delivers over the middle, and that was beyond the outstretched hand of Santino Sanchez. He brought down one earlier like that, Tyler. Almost got it again.
Yeah, Sanchez, found the seam in that zone defense, and
I mean, that might be a touchdown there if that ball's caught, if that ball's on target.
Yeah, definitely, and I agree with McDonough's play calling here. I mean, 2:54 left. You might as well take some shots for the end zone. Try and make it interesting.
got Mickey Johnson down.
Yeah, Mekhi Johnson down at the 45, looked at by Dave Crow. Again, a hot day. Never want to speculate on anything, but you hope certainly just cramps for these guys.
Have Santiago Sterling out there checking on him.
Okay, that's good to see. We don't need more injuries on this defense with Abdullah, and I hope he's doing okay wherever he is on that sideline, because he's such an integral part of this defense. And as you said, he's a ball hawk, and we need him for next week. And as we need every player on this team, you're only as good as your whole team. So,
yeah, and I would say just for the LaSalle folks listening, when you talk about when you talk about Abdul Carter there, we didn't see him return to the game, but at that point it was a 31-point football game, and even if you're healthy at that point, you're probably not returning. But if there's anything whatsoever, there's no reason to return. I wouldn't look at that as any insinuation as to his status. I would expect him, short of any unforeseen circumstances, to be healthy and back for St. Joe's Prep next week.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't mean to give any LaSalle fans a heart attack right there.
Martin goes down. Martin is sacked. That's a loss of 3.
That's encouraging from the second-string LaSalle defensive line. They got great penetration there, and it's always nice to garner a sack there, run out the clock a little more.
One more where you at before we get out of here. 2:31 and ticking here. Tammy says, great job, Explorers. And Sam Brown, you are not kidding, Tammy. He had an excellent game today. Listening from Fayetteville, North Carolina, Fort Bragg.
I want to go back to that last play. I think that LaSalle front did a great job of penetrating and getting in there and being able to bring down this elusive quarterback that is Martin.
3rd down, he'll deliver down the field. And that's good job defensively there. Matt Mitchell, number 28.
Oh, being a defensive back in football has to be the hardest job. That plays like that where you just hold your breath.
He did a great job right there, making sure that he didn't make too much contact and showing that he didn't touch him or anything, and that it was a clean play.
Yeah, I think Caden Harris, the wide receiver, got a little bit twisted almost. I think in another situation he makes a better play on that football. But again, Mitchell running stride for stride makes it tougher to maneuver without making contact, without interfering. A nice job by the LaSalle D-back. Ryan Sorge gets an opportunity for a fair catch at the 41-yard line. Final minute 52 to go in this one. Thanks, everybody, for hanging on with us. It's been fun. A nice trip down to Maryland. My wife and I are going to stay the weekend. Go catch an O's game tonight. Go play some golf in the morning on Sunday around here in Baltimore. An opportunity for LaSalle football to get you out on the road and see a different part of the East Coast here. We're excited.
Who are the Orioles playing tonight, Bob?
The Texas Rangers.
Ooh, it's gonna be an interesting game to say the least.
Heavy line favors the Texas Rangers. The O's are a historically bad baseball team this year, so let's see if we can garner ourselves some half-decent tickets for tonight. Handoff and a nice tackle there by McDonough. A couple new guys into the game for LaSalle. Zach Bakke. He is the quarterback. Handoff there to number 45, Colin Dunlap.
Is that Quan Williams weighing in at 290 with the pile driving tackle? That has to hurt.
Quan's had a nice game.
Yeah, he's that defensive front is just really impressive. They got a lot of size, but a lot of athleticism as well.
In some ways, he stood out. I mean, Denai Dennis Sutton is the prime guy. He's going to Penn State. And Quan Williams has definitely gotten more snaps, so there's that. But he stood out in some ways more than Dennis Sutton.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're only as good as the guy next to you. I mean, if you look at any defensive front, you always need to have another person to work with you, because if you're not, then you see, like, for example, the Eagles, when now that Brandon Graham's down hurt and, McDonough plays down hurt right now. But going back to the Eagles, like with Brandon Graham down hurt, I have a feeling Fletcher Cox is going to struggle a little bit. Same with Derek Barnett. Sorry, can't resist talking about the Eagles.
Birds. Hey,
it's Dallas week.
It
is.
Yeah,
definitely.
And we got two birds. You know, the Eagles of McDonough and the Eagles of Philadelphia. And nice to see him walking off on his own power there. Issue with the left arm. Hopefully he is okay and able to go next week. A buck, make that just 51 seconds left in this football game. LaSalle in control, 38-14. They're going to get the win here today, guys. Impressive effort. They'll be 5-0 heading into a showdown against St. Joseph's Prep. That's the next game, the first Philadelphia Catholic League game of the season.
It's gonna be one heck of a game, and I suggest anyone who's watching, you got to tune into that game. It's going to be a competitive one, to say the least, especially sparking that rivalry.
Got some history, too, at Franklin Field.
No doubt about that.
Talking about Eagles. Eagles old home field.
It's where they won the NFL championship in 1960, or at least where they were playing that season. They won the NFL championship against the Green Bay Packers and none other than Vince Lombardi, the head coach of that team. And so that's the note we'll leave you on here today. That's the final play of this football game. Clock ticking under 8 seconds to go. LaSalle, definitive in this one. A big win. Alan Paterzo, a great game at quarterback. The rushing game was good. Defensive back stood out for me as well, guys. A really nice effort. Offense, defense, and special teams by this LaSalle unit. Tyler, a final thought from you here from Owings Wills, Maryland.
Yeah, I mean, LaSalle's kind of shown that it has a lot of weapons on offense. It's no longer just key on Sam Brown. You got, Paterzo making great passes, Moore, an athlete. It's hard to defend. I like seeing that flexibility, but, you go back to that defense. I mean, they gave up 1 touchdown this game. What's that for? Is that 3 for this first 5 games? That's not bad at all. They look stout in their own red zone, and had a few good goal line stands, and that'll be really key when playing a team like Prep and competing in the Catholic League in general, going up against Wood, a bunch of others. So looking forward to next week.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, this team looks so well today, or it looks so great. This offense through the past 2 games. They've been scoring like crazy. It's great to see this team and this offense pick up. The defense is as strong as ever, only giving up 2 touchdowns, which even for LaSalle, that's only 3 touchdowns on the season. I'd say that's a very good showing by our defense. And I'm very happy and excited to see this next game.
Let's now send it to the road traveling fans and the LaSalle Pep Band for the alma mater. LaSalle a winner here today, 38-14 over McDonough. Our broadcast team today has been Mara Long on camera, Ray Gomez and Tyler Kern on color commentary. And until next time, I'm Bob Long saying so long today from Owing Mills, Maryland. We're excited to have been here, and we're excited for the next broadcast of LaSalle football here on Bob Long Sports. Give us a follow on YouTube and on Twitter for all our programming updates. Have a great rest of your Saturday, everybody. Might be the best weather day of the year. Make sure you enjoy it. Come back and see us soon.